What is good, folks? Welcome to another video from Ultimate Casual Gaming, the home for the casual gamer. I'm just flexing. In this video, we're going to talk about NBA Live 18, and more specifically, should I switch to this basketball game over NBA 2K18? I had a chance to play EA's demo, and I must say I was impressed. It felt good to play. It looked good on my screen. The story mode, always my favorite in these types of sports titles, felt really good. Considering how negative I felt towards the effort that the folks from EA had last year, this is a really big development for me. EA has definitely come a long way. But is it good enough for me to switch from the NBA 2K franchise? Let's discuss. Now let's establish a couple of things right off the bat. First, I've been playing basketball video games since they were first introduced. I'm old enough to have played Double Dribble back in the day, along with Lakers versus Celtics, and those are some of my favorite games coming up. Eventually things evolved and NBA Live became the game of choice for gamers who loved basketball titles, and I played that game religiously all through college. Then things evolved to the point where NBA Live became stale and EA wasn't being innovative enough, and along came NBA 2K. And you know what? I was immediately in love. I love the realism and the animations that they had, the smooth gameplay, the customization options. Oh, and it didn't hurt that the price was much cheaper when it was first launched. I think they came in selling that game for like $20 or $30 if I can recall. Regardless, I've been hooked on NBA 2K ever since and still have my copies of the game dating back to NBA 2K10. So all that's to say that I have been an avid fan of the 2K franchise for quite some time now, but also has some history with NBA Live. The second thing I want to establish is that I'm a casual player of video games, and these thoughts that I'm about to share extend from someone who is more interested in the game for what it provides me as a solo player. I rarely get involved in multiplayer aspects of basketball games, so I know I've lost a bunch of you right there. My main interest is always the modes like My Player or the One in NBA Live, as we see now, franchise or season modes, or possibly the My Team modes. Even though those are multiplayer, I do dabble in them occasionally. I play sports games for the fun they provide. That's it. Not for the multiplayer stuff. Now, with that out of the way, let's get into my thoughts on NBA Live 18. So I played the demo, like I said, the story mode, the one mostly, and I came away from it very impressed. I liked how they differentiated themselves from 2K by not doing the simple college route with something that your characters had to overcome, blah, 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 blah. The pro-ams, I thought, and the other historical parks and tournaments was a really nice touch. And the ESPN integration was well done, even though I tell you, I cannot stand Stephen A. Smith's pompous self. All in all, though, I really did like it, and I thought it stacked up pretty nicely with 2K. That said, 2K's is usually pretty deep, so we're going to need to see more of the one to say if it's completely on par. But again, for a first impression, it does a really, really good job. Graphics. I won't get into graphics comparisons here. There are plenty of videos out there that do that if you're interested. But what I will say is that NBA Live 18 is a major step up compared to their last effort, especially in terms of the shooting, rebounding, and defense animations. Overall, the graphics really are not an issue here. Now, character progressions seem pretty similar to what you would see in NBA 2K17. There are a number of archetypes to choose from in the game, and they allow you to unlock specific traits. And I thought this looked pretty well done. Now, from what I've heard, NBA 2K18 takes this to a whole nother level and have added even more archetypes than they had in the previous iteration. So while NBA Live 18 isn't likely to catch 2K, they are closing the gap, and they better, NBA or 2K better keep up with the innovations or they will get caught. The gameplay is what it comes down to ultimately, though, and I'm pretty sure that 2K18 will play as awesome as it usually does. However, I'm not sure there will be much in the way of differences really for me to continue to shell out another 60 plus this year. You see, 2K is in a weird place. They're in that place that all video game franchises get to, where they are putting out annual releases. Those annual releases make some modest improvements, but they have a core game base of players, and those players love playing the game and they have to continue to innovate, but they don't want to do so in a way that turns off too much of the base. So, and especially when you've got a development cycle that's an annual development cycle, there isn't a ton you're able to do from year to year to year that's really groundbreaking. You know, games like Madden are already in this state. You see the reviews of their latest game, solid game, just not a whole lot of innovation there. And typically what happens is, you know, those games will add maybe one innovation, one minor tweak. They'll add some new rosters or some like historical teams or things like that. But there's not a whole lot different there. You're talking really, you know, minor improvements from year to year to year. So 2K's in a weird place where if you've been playing this game for this many years, like I have 7 years in a row, I'm really at a point now where just playing the same game again with updated rosters and, you know, a few more mechanics may have been added or some archetypes. But is that enough really for me? I'm not sure. Again, as a casual player, I'm not sure that warrants that. Heck, a lot of people who are casuals have stopped playing it long before it now. So it's at that point, and NBA Live 18's gameplay was just different and challenging enough for me. That was the thing. It was important to me that it offers something different, and it was fun to play, and I thought the mechanics worked pretty well. So that's what they needed to do to get people to try their game, because again, we're kind of used to the 2K scene. We've been doing that for a long time, and while the game is enjoyable, I'm not sure that I need to spend another $60+ and it is plus dollars because, you know, they're always doing something with these currencies in the game, trying to get you to pay out more money, but you end up paying a little bit more for these things, and ultimately I'm not sure if it warrants it anymore. I think I can get as much of a experience as a solo player playing the game 2-3 years ago, the same game. So it's already at that point. So if you're one of those people, look, this may be something that you may want to consider. In closing, I really do think I'm going to go ahead and make that move. You can tell from what I'm saying that I'm going to make that move over to NBA Live 18 this year. Like I said, it has been 7 straight years of NBA 2K, and I think it's time to try something new. Live 18 looks good enough to justify taking the risk. And hell, they're offering it for $40 as I type this for a limited time through the demo. That's a real game changer for a lot of folks, and it's really putting itself in the same situation, or using the same playbook that 2K used to break in and really steal a lot of NBA Live's thunder back in the day. So if you're making the move this year too, let me know in the comments what your reasonings are for the move. If you think I'm crazy and you think I should be sticking with 2K, I want to hear from you folks too. Go ahead and drop a comment down in the comment section. With that, I hope you liked the content of today's video, and certainly appreciate you watching. If you did enjoy the content, a like is certainly appreciated. Helps us out. Of course, if you want more content on great games, but from a casual gamer's perspective, remember to hit that subscribe button and click on the bell next to it to get notifications when we post new vids. That's all for now. A sincere thanks to all you gamers out there. Let's go and get our game on.